swung a launch to left field deep. Van going back, looking up. He will watch it fly. And a miraculous comeback by the A's in the ninth is capped by Matt Chapman's 3-run home run. And the A's have won the game. And the final is 5-4.
It's now time for the A's Clubhouse Show.
And the number is 833-625-2278. That's 833-625-2278. Chris Townsend and Ken Korak. And Ken, this is just deflating. I don't even know how to spin this game. Still some question marks. I love how the team battled to the end, but another loss late in the season. This is just really rough.
Yeah, and it's why I think, and we talked on the postgame show last night about why last night's game was so important for the A's to lock down. Didn't happen, but you kind of felt going into the rest of the series that maybe the matchups wouldn't be conducive for the A's, and it was tough facing Barrios today. And the bullpen continues to be an issue for the A's because they had battled back to make it 4-3, and wound up giving up 2 runs or 3 runs in the 7th, 3 more in the 8th, and that kind of sealed the A's fate today.
I think we all agree that if there is one guy that you actually trust, it's Chafin, and you've lost 2 straight games, and he hasn't been in either game. That's kind of puzzling.
Well, he was unavailable yesterday, Chris, so, that's why he didn't pitch yesterday. You can't pitch him every day.
I know, but they just had a day off.
They monitor those things. We're not there, Chris, and we don't know how the pitchers are feeling, so it's easy to speculate from long distance. But if a guy's not available, and he's not available, there's nothing the manager can do in that situation.
I feel bad for Bob because I don't know who if you said if Bob's got to trust somebody, who's he going to trust? I don't know who he can trust right now, and it's kind of sad.
That is a big issue for sure. There's no doubt. And because Trevino was so good for so long, and he looked completely out of whack today. And I thought he was out of whack with his mechanics, and hopefully they'll be able to fix that. But you're right. And that becomes an issue because that's big league baseball, Chris. And just because one guy is not available or a couple of guys doesn't mean you can't have other people step up, right? You got to use your guys.
Yeah.
And they've got to come through. And right now, it's a big issue for the A's with their pen.
No, if you want to find a positive, really Mark Canha, when you're in the leadoff spot, all you think about is getting on base. And I think moving him out of that, he's now driving the baseball again. And wouldn't you say, if you want to pick a positive, watching him hit the ball out of the ballpark again and getting back to being Mark Canha, bat flipping Mark Canha has been a good sign.
It's true, and you could talk about maybe the offense in general because, as you know, Chris, there are times when you just can't get everything in sync at the same time. So they're not pitching, but now all of a sudden they're hitting. The A's have scored 41 runs in 5 games on this road trip. You would think that'd be good enough to go 5-0 at this point.
Yeah, I know.
Right? They have 55 hits, 41 runs, and they've hit 11 home runs. But now the pitching has hit a big bump in the road, so that's the way it's gone. It's been a tough year from that standpoint.
And I got to tell you that the AL East is a tough division. And these Blue Jays, they're very, very impressive. Marcus, another one out. It's like every guy that comes up seems like they can go deep. This is a good team. This is not – we knew going in this wasn't going to be an easy series, but I know you can speak to this. This is a no-joke lineup.
And they're going to get better, too. Now, we don't know if Marcus will come back. He's on the 1-year deal, but the rest of these guys are all back. They're not going anywhere, right? Springer and Guerrero, Bichette, Hernandez, Gurriel, and Biggio's hurt. No, Grichuk is really a good player, I think, although his average has taken a little bit of a slide in the second half. And Barrios is under control for another year, and they have good pitching. Not necessarily, they have some veteran pitchers who've done a good job, like Matz and Ryu. Robbie Ray has had his best year of his career by far. So, no, they really have a talented club. The only Achilles that they have right now, and I think they'll get better at it, 2 things. Number one, they're not great defensively, and number 2, they will chase. You can't throw first pitch fastballs to these guys or you're really going to get burned.
The one thing about the Blue Jays is that their parent company, I guess, has been doing well, so they're willing to spend money. I wouldn't be shocked, would you, if Marcus Semien gets a long-term deal with them?
Wouldn't surprise me at all. No, Rogers, they do pretty well up there, right, Chris?
Yeah.
And I think sometimes they've also felt they might have to overpay on occasion to get a free agent up there into Canada. I think it's a great place to play, but sometimes there are players who are reluctant to go up there, Chris. But no, they're not going anywhere. These guys are really good, and if they ever can get back to a point where they can fill the place, where hopefully we can all get past COVID, the fans will come back. I mean, they'll draw with this young club. I think they could get to the point where they can average 35,000 again.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Let's end on this. Dallas Braden talked about it yesterday. There's that monster building right outside, and I've actually seen the videos where you can hang off that building. Has Ken Korak ever gone up there, and would you ever hang off that building?
Oh, you're talking about the CN Tower.
Is that what it is?
Some people used to try to play a practical joke on people and say it's the CNN Tower. No, CNN doesn't exist up there. It's the CN Tower. No, I have no interest in going up there. I am not a daredevil. I'm not a big fan of things like, I don't get a cheap thrill out of roller coasters and things like that, Chris. No, you're not going to find me up there. When we were in Tokyo, though, I went up to the top of the tower in Tokyo, which I thought was spectacular.
Yes.
But that was a different deal, you know.
We weren't hanging off the building. We were sitting
not.
There
No,
in the
they had
AC.
a nice little upper level there where you feel like, you know, although when you look straight down, you're pretty high up, but it can be a little freaky. But no, I love that and the panoramic views in Tokyo up there. But no, I'm not going to climb up to the top of the CN Tower.
And the Space Needle in Seattle. Have you done that?
Haven't done that. I've been up there where the Jimi Hendrix Museum is right up there near there. I've been there, which is just spectacular. So I think I've been up in the Space Needle, but it's been decades since I've been up into there. I miss going to Seattle, but right now I'm thinking about missing dinners up there more than anything. Not really thinking about the Space Needle, but more thinking about some of the restaurants up there, man.
Well, the bottom line, Ken, we're running out of time. And they got to start winning games. It's just a reality.
You got to get on a big run right now, and you got to get the pitching turned around because it looks like the offense is, and especially if Starling Marte, if he's going to be okay. And, you know, Bo Mel was optimistic about that on the pregame. So I think the offense is coming around, Chris, and we'll see. And, you know, they've got to get this pitching sorted out. You just, you know, what you wish is they had a couple guys in AAA, like kids coming up who are throwing like 98 down there you could bring up. Like the Crochet kid we saw from the White Sox in the postseason last year, but they don't really have that right now. You just kind of you're longing for something like that you can bring up and pitch out of the bullpen, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, it is what it is. You have a great evening, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Okay, buddy, thanks.
The great Ken Korak, the voice of summer, right here on the A's Clubhouse Show. I don't know how to spin it, folks. I really don't. I mean, you look at this game, you made a great comeback, but your bullpen, again, can't get outs. And I'm sitting on my couch, and I'm watching Jake Diekman continue to not throw strikes. And then you bring in Lou Trevino again. This is 2 straight games. You haven't used your best reliever. I don't get it. I really don't. And I know you want to turn Lou around. We've talked about it night after night. It just is what it is. Diekman and Trevino combined to give up 6 runs. 6 runs. This is the end of your season. You're either going to the playoffs or you're going home. How do you want to fight this fight? How do you want to fight this battle? Because you're chasing people. You know, it's one thing if you're in the playoffs and you're playing with a lead, but you're not. And right now, Boston is leading the Indians, middle of the 8th. They're leading 3-0. See where I think the Yankees lost today. You could have gained a game on the Yankees. They lost to the Orioles. We've talked about how bad the Orioles are, and that the Yankees and the Red Sox have gotten a gift against the A's because the Orioles are not trying. They've won the last couple games against them, and you've made no move. And later on today, you got the Astros and the Padres. But, man, do you want to go out not playing your best players? And to me, Chafin, I mean, he's got to be available. You had a day off on Monday. Like, seriously, what are we doing here? The number is 833-625-2278. We're taking your phone calls next, right here on the A's Clubhouse Show.
Hey A's fans, summer is finally here, and that means home improvement projects. Still thinking about replacing your old windows? Consider beautiful, energy-efficient windows from Milgard. Let our team of experts help you turn your house into your dream home. Explore the door and window showrooms at Ashby Lumber in Berkeley and Concord today. Use code word A'sFan and receive a special discount on your beautiful, energy-efficient windows and patio doors by Milgard at Ashby Lumber. Learn more at ashbylumber.com or visit our stores in Berkeley and Concord. Ashby Lumber, for all your building and remodeling needs.
Francis Ford Coppola Winery is home to wine, food, and adventure. Located just 90 minutes north of Oakland, we invite you to sip through award-winning wines like Diamond Collection Claret and enjoy the magic of Sonoma County in a family-friendly atmosphere known for its superior level of quality and integrity. Book a tasting and learn more at francisfordcoppolawinery.com. Please drink responsibly. 2021 Francis Ford Coppola Winery, Geyserville, Sonoma County, California.
This is A's Clubhouse.
You know, we're just talking off the air. Right now, it's a big question mark. So you're telling me Lou Trevino had back spasms and couldn't pitch, and now he pitches every day. But Chafin, who's your best reliever, now he can't go. Like, what? What are we doing here? It's puzzling. It really is puzzling. I understand you want to get. Like I said last night, it's like a broken record. I love Lou as a kid. He's a great kid. But why am I putting him in games right now? Do you want to turn him around? Yes. But you saw what happened last night. Did you think it's going to change today? And then you actually make a comeback. Now, if they don't make a comeback, you would say perfect soft landing for Lou. That would be the perfect moment. But I don't see soft landings at this point. You have to win every game. They're all must-win games. And your best guys aren't pitching. And as much as we have harped on the offense all season, right now they're getting it done. Like if I would have told you, hey, listen, the A's, they're going to be putting up runs. They're going to put up 8 runs. You're like, oh, they're definitely winning. Now, you're not winning. It's tough. It really is. Let's go to Ben in Pleasant Hill. Ben, lead us off here on the A's Clubhouse Show.
Hey, Tony. How's it going?
Another rough one. No question about it.
Yeah, no kidding. This one, well, they both hurt. These are both, gut punches. But this one, it makes you wonder if, Bolt had made that diving catch and they still come back like this, it kind of maybe they would have had it, but yeah, it's tough. And about the offense and everything, at really no point this year has the offense and the pitching really ever clicked on all cylinders. It's the starting pitching was fine for a while and the offense wasn't great. Now it's kind of flipping. You can have the bullpen in there too. So just all year, they haven't found that stretch where everybody's firing at the same time. And with Lou, it's just, like you said, you feel for the kid. He's a really good dude. You've talked to him plenty in the past, but there's not a lot of time to get this right. So, and I agree with you. Chafin's got to go deep or got to pitch basically every day. The starters throw the 100-pitch thing out the window. I mean, I know it's driving you nuts. It's driving me nuts watching it too. I mean, what are you saving these? You know, like last night with Manaea, 86 pitches. I mean, it's just ridiculous. So, you hope they can salvage one game tomorrow. But man, if they don't basically win the rest of the series, I mean, the season might as well be over. I hate to say that because we got a month left here, but you're running out of time. So they got to right this ship now. And I don't know what you do with Lou. Maybe you find a guy in AAA who throws hard regardless. But I mean, and it sucks for Melvin too. I mean, he's getting all the heat on this, but he's going with what he has. This is all he's got. So I hope they can at least salvage tomorrow.
Yeah, you can make a case. Thank you for the call. You can make a case they should have won both these games. And how much is the season different? I mean, it's paramount that you win all these games. And you're really at a point now where you just got to pray that one of these teams, whether it's the Astros, whether it's the Red Sox, the Yankees, which I don't think any of this is going to happen at this point, but you need them to fall to you. You're not gaining ground on them. You're losing. And that's what's really tough. This team has been so streaky all year long. And right now, they're 6-13 in their last 19 games. 6-13. They're not trending in the right direction. And yes, the bullpen, whether it's been the starters, I mean, the starters did very well for modern-day baseball. They gave you the most innings at one point. But now you're not getting length out of the starters. Bullpen can't get people out. It's just, wow. It's tough to watch. It's back to long bad games is where they're at. And I don't know, I don't know who you go to. Like, who do you trust? I mean, it's almost like, if I got to trust Bert Smith, then I got to trust him. I mean, I got to go with what's there. No one's coming from the outside. This is what you got. I mean, if I got to go with Guerra, I got to go with Guerra. I mean, it is what it is. And there's a lot of teams dealing with that. I mean, think about the Blue Jays. Soria didn't even get an out. And if you're a Blue Jay fan and you're watching that, you're like, really? You can't get one out? Every guy it's like the Bugs Bunny, dun, 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 crack, dun, dun, dun. I mean, there's not enough pitching out there. It is a reality. There's not enough starters. There's not enough relievers. And my God, they're talking about expansion. There is not enough good pitching in Major League Baseball. It just is what it is. Let's go to Nick in Boise. Nick, you're on the A's Clubhouse show.
Hey, how's it going, Townie? First-time caller. Just want to say thanks for letting us, vent through this tough time because it is a tough time. Basically, just sum up everything you've been saying last night, just arguably the most frustrating loss in regular season memory, for me at least. I've been a fan for about 10 years. Just stopped watching the game because I thought it was over. Next thing I look at my phone, it's 8-8, and I saw what transpired, and I don't understand why Bob Melvin pulled Manaea. You've talked about it, so I'll move on. But yet again today, down 4, he puts in Trevino. We have a day off Monday. Like you've been saying, let the best players play. There's no soft landing. This is September. This isn't Little League. We're going to lose with our best players. We're going to win with our best players. I'd understand if we had to play, 20 days in a row. We have an off day Monday. Why is Chafin not going? Why pull Jeffries? He's a starting pitcher. He threw 2 1/3. He was cruising. Why pull him for Diekman with 3 righties coming up? I don't understand. And, yeah, people keep saying.
And by the way, are you shocked that like every count with Diekman's like 3-1, 3-0,
No.
3-1, always in a hitter's count, not in a pitcher's count? Does that shock you at all?
No, I don't feel comfortable with him in the game ever. It's always, like you said, 2-0, 3-0, 3-1. He never gets himself ahead. He always is throwing from behind.
Yeah, I mean,
But
if you come in from the bullpen and you don't throw, I mean, let's face it, your job is to throw strikes. That's what you get paid to do. And let me tell you something. At least throwing now you can debate what a quality strike is versus a pitch right down the middle. I'm telling you right now, I'm 49 years old. I could come out of the bullpen right now and I could throw strikes. Now I may get hammered and probably would because I'm 49, but I could throw strikes. These guys are in their prime. It's like you're coming out, everything's high, outside, it's up. It's like, how do you not throw strikes? Seriously. That's what you get paid to do is throw strikes. I mean, it's not, I'm telling you, it's not that hard. I can find pitchers all around the globe who can come in and throw strikes. And you're down 3-1, 2-0, 3-0. It's like, come on, man, really?
100%. I tell my buddies all the time, whenever the A's are winning by more than one run, I'm more frustrated with the leadoff walk than I am a solo bomb. Because guess what? They beat you, but it's just the walks kill you for no reason. But
yes,
one last thing.
Walks are killers. You cannot defend a walk. Yes, if a guy hits a home run off you, tip your cap. But a walk is on you, and a defense cannot defend a walk.
Exactly. And we have one of the best defenses in baseball, and they're not giving a chance to even perform because it's either a walk or a home run where our defenders are useless. But one last thing. People keep saying, who's Bob supposed to go to? I get we don't have the best bullpen in the league. We obviously don't have the worst, though, either. A lot of these things can be avoided. Like you said last night, why go to Trevino? First, if you're going to pull Manaea, go to Romo, go to Chafin. Then that situation never arises. Today, why are we going to Trevino again? Okay, let's say he goes 3 up, 3 down. What does that do? What's going to change? You're waving the white flag down 4 runs in the 7th inning or 8th inning. It's just mind-boggling, and it can be easily avoided. Bob, he's a good manager, but I think he lacks the killer instinct. He's not a killer. That's just my opinion.
It's tough to know. I just, that would be really the honest question is like, why is it so important? And thank you for the phone call. The question is right now, why is it so important to get Trevino in the game? I mean, that is what I'm struggling with. Why is it so? And I think the caller just made a very good point. Like, okay, he goes 3 up, 3 down. Do I want him in a game that's close right now? Once again, I love Lou. Lou's a good kid. It's just professional athletes at some point, they have issues. They're human. And they struggle. And when a guy's struggling, you can't pitch him or you can't put him up at the plate or you can't put him out on defense if they got something going on, and this is late in the season, and every game is a must-win. And now it's back-to-back games with Lou Trevino. And so wait a minute. You're telling me he couldn't pitch because he had back spasms, and now he's pitched 2 straight days? And Chafin, who had Monday off, couldn't go and hasn't pitched in 2 days and had a day off on Monday? I'm like, what? I know I'm not the brightest guy in the world, but, I mean, it's tough. I don't care what the score is. You got to play every game to win. Every single game. If I got Steph Curry, I'm not putting him on the bench for 2 days. I'm telling Steph Curry to go out there, bomb threes, put up 40 a night. Klay Thompson, Go out there and ball. And, yeah, you're guarding the toughest guy out there. If it's LeBron James, go get him. Right? Am I going to sit Steph Curry with X amount of games left and I'm down and I'm running out of time? I'm not playing Steph Curry in the fourth quarter? Really? I mean, seriously. Yeah, Steph, you just go out there and launch as many threes as you can and win us this game. That's what you do in pro sports. I mean, this is your season. This is it. I know it. They got to know it. The number is 833-625-2278. We continue with your phone calls next right here on the A's Clubhouse Show.
Some things just go together. Peanut butter and jelly, cookies and milk, Oakland and Kaiser Permanente. If that last one caught you off guard, it shouldn't, because Kaiser Permanente has been helping keep Oakland healthy since our very beginning. And as the official healthcare partner of the Oakland A's, that won't be changing anytime soon. Whatever you may need, you can trust Kaiser Permanente to help keep you feeling your best. Kaiser Permanente. Thrive. Visit kp.org today.
In London, it's 10 p.m. Wednesday. In Singapore, it's 5 a.m. Thursday. And in San Francisco, it's 2 p.m. Wednesday. We call that Ring Central Time. Time for teams, customers, and partners to connect online for a real-time work session. Ring Central is the leading cloud solution for today's distributed workforce, integrating voice, video, online meetings, and team messaging into one experience. It's time to work the way you want. It's Ring Central Time. For a free trial, visit ringcentral.com. Ring Central. Communicate, collaborate, connect.
Whatever California families get into, they trust Honda Pilot to get after it. With all-wheel drive, tons of cargo space, room for 8, and gas mileage so incredible, you can go from the Sierras to the surf on a single tank. And right now, get a family-friendly deal and get after it in a rugged Honda Pilot, CR-V, or HR-V. Visit your NorCal Honda dealer or NorCalHondaDealers.com. Honda is family. Ask anyone who owns a Honda.
The Texas Rangers ride into the town for a weekend series starting on Friday, September 10th. Don't miss this AL West showdown.
Marte back deep in the alley, at the track, to the wall, reaching out, and he makes a phenomenal catch. Starling Marte.
Early arriving fans for Friday's 6:40 p.m. game will receive an Atleticos t-shirt as part of Latinx Night at the Coliseum. Bring your friends and family and celebrate a weekend under the sun with day games on Saturday and Sunday. Tickets are available at athletics.com.
This is A's Clubhouse.
You know, there's a lot of mixed results. I'll tell you, buddy's texting me right now saying, you're not putting Chafin in when you're down 4 runs. Now, normally I would say you're right. But what are you saving him for? He hasn't thrown in 2 games. You've lost both games. You only have so many bullets to fire. You're running out of time. I don't know how people wouldn't agree with me. I can just go to the scoreboard right now and tell you that the A's, as of right now, are 6 games back in the West. And if Houston wins tonight, that's 6.5. And you got 26 games left? You think you're going to gain 6.5 games in 26 games? I'm going to give you some notes here. The commander has recently texted me. Check this out. This is from Commander Cody. April 1st to August. So April 1st to August 19th. The bullpen was 23-11, 30 saves with a 3.57 ERA, 6th best in baseball. 17 blown saves, 14th in baseball, August 20th through September. And they're now 2-6 with a 6.97 ERA since August 20th, 7 blown saves, the most in baseball. I just want to deal with the data. The numbers are the numbers. The numbers are not disputable. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I don't want anyone to be mad at me. Numbers are the numbers. You're running out of time, unfortunately. And checking the scoreboard, you had a chance to gain a game on the Yankees because they lost to the Orioles. Think about that. The Yankees have lost a couple games to the Orioles. The Orioles only have 42 wins on the year. That's like a free gift. Haven't capitalized. And what I say about the Red Sox, they already win today. I said that right? No, they're leading right now. They're beating the Indians 3-1. So you had an opportunity, and who knows, maybe the Padres step up tonight and beat the Astros. You've had opportunities, and you haven't taken advantage of it. Once again, you can't spin 6-13 in your last 19 games. That's what you are. You can't spin it any other way. I'm sorry. It's just being honest. Let's go to Tom in San Lorenzo. Go ahead, Tom.
Yes, Tony, how are you?
Not good.
I know. I broke my rule today, and I watched the end of the game. I haven't been watching the games. And, follow my logic here, but last night Melvin put in Trevino when I think he thought the game was over, that we were going to win. An assumption, not playing to win. Today, I think he put him in again when he thought they were going to lose. Again, an assumption, not playing to win. I think he's got everything backwards. He's not coaching like he should be coaching. I'm just flabbergasted. I can't even believe it's happening. But I mean, like you said, this is two games we probably should have won had the best guys, as you say, the best guys we have been in there. And I can't even believe it. It just it puts a big black mark on Melvin now. He's just not doing what he should do.
I mean, these last two games have been tough to swallow. I have to admit, they really have been. It's been tough. It's it is what it is. And thank you for the phone call. And I keep hearing about these guys are not available, and this guy's got this, and this guy. I'm looking at Raleigh Fingers. I just brought Raleigh up. Now, it's not apples to apples when you compare one of the greatest pitchers of all time to other guys. But seriously, when the A's were winning World Series, you know how many times Raleigh Fingers was coming in games? 76, 75, 70, 78. Do you think back in the day when Dick Williams said, "Hey, Raleigh, you ready to go today?" He went, "No." I mean, seriously. You think Raleigh Fingers wasn't pitching at the end of games in the last month of the season for the A's when they're winning World Series? And he's going 3 innings. He's not going 2/3. He's not getting you through 1. I mean, he's Raleigh Fingers. I mean, I can't imagine as a competitor, right, that you're like, yeah, I can't go today. It's the end of the season. What do you mean you can't go? You're fighting for your playoff lives. Like, what do you mean? You're not available in September? Everybody's got to be available. I don't know who would disagree with that. Everybody's got to be available. You're fighting for the playoffs. Maybe I am out of touch. Maybe I'm old man River. Maybe I'm get off my lawn guy. I can't imagine saying to, I mean, and part of the you know what? I'll give you part of the problem for me is I worked in the NFL. And I watch guys at halftime take needles. I watch guys get shot up just to play. I watch guys who came off the field and they put the tent over them and the doctors go in there and they're screaming and they still go back out and play. I've watched that. You would be amazed at what happens at halftime of an NFL game. You'd be amazed what goes on in the trainer's room. When you got guys taking IVs that have painkillers in it, the NFL doesn't like talking about it, and now I don't work on the NFL anymore, so I can talk about it. But these guys are taking IVs that have painkillers in it. You got guys getting shot up because it's about playing on game day and winning. And maybe I've just been around that too much for me to now hear guys not available in September. Like, I just don't get it. Let's go to Greg and Slow. Go ahead, Greg. You're on the A's Clubhouse show.
Townie, what's cracking, brother?
Rough one, no doubt.
I know. I was pretty heated yesterday, and I know I sent you my text late night, and I got to go on air and say the word bum is the wrong word to use. I apologize to listeners, fans. I know the players could give two rats' asses about Greg and Slow, but anyone that wears that uniform, like I told you, is not a bum. So that was a wrong word to use. I love my guys, and like you said, Lou's, sure he's a great kid off the field. Guys like Diekman. I mean, these guys have worked their tails off their whole lives. So. The word bum is such a rough word, and I was heated last night. I mean, it was a long night last night, let me tell you. So coming in today, I got a little cooler head, and again, you try to be positive and look at the offense and, Canna's resurgence and, Chad Pinder and, some of the guys. But, again, it's just flabbergasting, and it's almost I feel embarrassed because I'm getting the text messages from my buddies, and I'm guys that are, I just don't understand. We can sit here and judge players and say guys like, Pinder's had a tough year and Elvis Andrews has had a tough year. But let's be honest, Townie, Bob Melvin has not had a good year. He hasn't. And he has to be graded and judged just like the players do. On a different scale, obviously, because he's not donning the uniform and playing every day. I get that. But decision-making, it's a huge thing. And, I got a buddy that played for the Cleveland Indians, one of my best friends growing up, and he runs one of the most successful baseball training facilities in the nation. He spent time in Seattle. He spent time in Arizona. And the word around camp is, and the whispers are, like I told you, I've said it on air, Bob Melvin can't win the big one. That's always been the knock on him. Decision-making, pressure situations, bullpen management.
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't agree with that. I think Bob is one of the best. I think when Tony La Russa is going out of his way to tell you that Bob Melvin's one of the best managers in the business, you got to remember what we got versus what other people got. And sometimes you got to remember that. You're talking about Mike. Mark Canha's finally hit. We don't have a top 5 player in Major League Baseball. We don't have one guy in our lineup that I guess Matt Olson now.
Matt Olson is. Yes, I would say Matt Olson.
We got a bunch of guys hitting under 250. Let's be honest.
No doubt.
That's pretty hard. That's pretty hard every day. I can't imagine, and this is where I love Bob, and I know Bob grinds it every day, but if I'm writing out a lineup every day and I'm looking at guys hitting, and these are the guys I got. That's the thing about being a manager or being a head coach, whatever sport. You don't pick the players. Someone else picks your players. So you got to go with what you got. And if you got a bunch of guys hitting under 250, what are we talking about here?
No, I mean, and that's a fair argument for the side of Bob Melvin. I get that. But as we've all said, averages across Major League Baseball are awful. Nobody hits good anymore. And I know that's an exaggeration because the A's are one of the worst. I'll give you that. Runners in scoring position, yada, yada. I'm not defending the players by any means. But can you imagine if this was the NBA? Bob Melvin would have been fired years ago because it's all about winning, baby. It's all about winning. I know he's won during the regular season, but he ain't done nothing with the A's in the postseason. And that's just a fact. Am I blaming fully Bob Melvin with that? Absolutely not. It comes down to the players 100%. But again, if I'm hearing the whispers and I'm not locked in like you are, I know you've heard the whispers. And the knock on Bob Melvin is what it is.
Hey, I'm dead honest. I haven't heard one whisper.
Okay.
He's going nowhere. I haven't heard one whisper. I haven't heard any. Let me tell you something. You know the team that came to try and get Bob, right?
Oh, yeah, New York Yankees.
Yeah, the New York Yankees wanted Bob, and our owner, John Fisher, said no. So the team with the most money, the most powerful team in professional sports wanted him. Don't ever forget that.
No, I know that. That's why I told you, no doubt about it. But again, it comes to results. And right now we're watching bad decision after bad decision after bad decision. Nobody can defend the decisions that Melvin's making. What, Trevino? I mean, he brought him in, and I thought Candid Cameron was going to run on the field. Like, is this a joke? Like, this can't be real that he's actually bringing in Trevino. Trevino's hit like 4 guys in the last inning and a third he's pitched. It's sad. I mean, it's not even, you can't even get mad anymore. It's embarrassing, and it's sad to watch.
I can't, and thank you for the phone call. I can't defend Trevino coming in. I just can't. I don't think anybody can. And I think Bob would be honest with you, too. It's just, to watch Lou struggle right now, it's really tough. And then to see your offense come back and give you a chance. That's why my whole mentality is the best guy's got to play. Who gives you the best chance at winning a game? Who is that? Determine who that is, and then they play. And everybody else, sorry. I know you like versatility. Everybody likes versatility for 162 games, no doubt. But right now, I don't need versatility. I need the best players who give me a chance to win a game. A game. Yeah, you want to talk about it's like a one-game mentality? Yeah, I'm on board for that. Yeah, it's one game. You need to win tomorrow. You needed to win today. You needed to win yesterday. Because just the reality is you're going to run out of time. You're going to look up, and there's not enough games to catch the people in front of you unless they fold. And your destiny is not in your own hands. And that's a troubling thing. They got to start winning. And however that happens, I don't care how it happens. I don't care if you win 1-0. I don't care if you win 15-2. You got to win. That's what playoff teams do. There's not many teams in the history of baseball who have floundered in the last month and make the playoffs and go on a playoff run. Like, literally the one team I could think about is the New York Yankees. I remember the Yankees had a bad September, but they had such a lead, they still got in. I don't even remember what year that was. But it's very rare that you do not win games in the final month and you make the postseason. I mean, what do we say about this road trip? Man, you got to take care of the Tigers. You got to beat the Blue Jays. I mean, can you imagine if they lose tomorrow and you get swept? You get swept by the Blue Jays? I know they hit home runs. I get it. But at some point you have to ask yourself, who are you and how good are you? The number is 833-625-2278. If you're listening on a radio station and they're leaving us, go to athletics.com/AceCast. That's athletics.com/AceCast. Or download the iHeartRadio app. Another tough loss for the A's, and we talk about it right here on the A's Clubhouse Show. This is Chris Townsend for my favorite golf course in the Bay Area, Cinnabar Hills Golf Club. Tucked in the beautiful hills of San Jose, Cinnabar Hills offers the finest 27 holes of championship golf in Silicon Valley. Come see the amazing new renovated clubhouse and restaurant, plus patio dining with the most breathtaking views. Cinnabar Hills is far more than a golf course, one of the premier places in the Bay Area to host weddings and any type of events. There's no golf experience like Cinnabar Hills Golf Club. Go to CinnabarHills.com. That's CinnabarHills.com.
Progressive's Home and Auto Bundle Extrava Festa Save-a-thon, the annual year-long event for saving big on home and auto insurance. These savings are available up until and straight through Labor Day, Halloween, Grover Cleveland's birthday, Taco Tuesday, the anniversary of the moon landing, White Chocolate Day. The sale literally never ends. You can come on Jupiter's Ascension, National Pisces Day, but not Leap Day. Just kidding. We're doing Leap Day because every day is perfect for saving money with a home and auto bundle only at Progressive. But for real, we're not doing White Chocolate Day because white chocolate is gross. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
California road trips are epic. And Northern California families count on Honda to explore every mile. With Honda sensing safety features, legendary dependability, and gas mileage so amazing you can see most of the California coast on a single tank. And right now, get epic deals on Honda Civic, Accord, and more. Visit your NorCal Honda dealer or NorCalHondaDealers.com. Honda is family. Ask anyone who owns a Honda.
Francis Ford Coppola Winery is home to wine, food, and adventure. Located just 90 minutes north of Oakland, we invite you to sip through award-winning wines like Diamond Collection Claret and enjoy the magic of Sonoma County in a family-friendly atmosphere known for its superior level of quality and integrity. Book a tasting and learn more at francisfordcoppolawinery.com. Please drink responsibly. 2021 Francis Ford Coppola Winery, Geyserville, Sonoma County, California.
Swings and drives one. Dead center. Back is Kane to the track. At the wall. Jumps. It is gone. Matt Olson turns around Josh Hader and walks off the Brewers in game 1 of a 3-game series.
You're listening to A's Cast.
The 0-1 pitch on the way is swung on and drilled to left, way back. Yastrzemski will turn and watch, and the A's have tied it up on a 9th-inning grand slam by Stephen Piscotty.
This is the A's Clubhouse Show.
All right, the number is 833-625-2278. Let's go to Rob in San Jose. Go ahead, Rob.
You know, we've had some good cards dealt to us, and their luck. We grind, we play great. It's all disrespectful. The little chips of balls bouncing our way, some lucky deals on the field. And it doesn't prove that we're not as much ballers as when we win games because of luck and little jackpots here and little free rolls here and there, like the Yankees losing today. But we get all these free rolls handed to us by the baseball gods, and we even come back. If Trevino wasn't in, just if we put somebody in there to put the stop on, we would have won this game. We've given away every single game except for one. I can't give you the exact date. I have seen it. It's with my own two eyes. It's all bad calls to the bullpen and the pitching management. It's not even the offense anymore that they needed to give them run support. The guys are actually grinding better. And I think it's ever since I made that call about Lowry giving you quality at bats, maybe some of them were listening and they all try to, but then they get tilt monkey because the emotional level of the team goes, when you're on tilt, you got under pressure, it's hard to maintain there. And, you get some pitchers. Then these guys are blowing gas. And Melvin should know all this. The pitchers are blowing gas. Everyone on all the teams are prototypical leadoff or cleanup style hitters. They're all great athletes. And you put Trevino in. We can capitalize and ball goes far, it goes far. And most easy way to, collect a run is the long ball. Yeah, I get it. But, that's still loser excuses from this team. They're not playing. They're not managing to win. They're not managing ultra competitive. You have to be uber ultra determined to be as competitive as possible. Do not doubt that. If you don't do that, you're going to be a loser. Okay? This is pro sports. Like I said, busted on the road. Yeah, Dallas Bridge, all you need is a chip and a chair. We were in. The baseball gods gave us a lot of maybe even some of these guys on the other team are like, geez, God, the way that bullpen's going, let's just give them the game. Story. I don't know if they're acting, and these guys all are like more camaraderie and like brotherhood throughout the league. I highly doubt that. That could be fair. But I saw some luck. I saw some jackpots. We just piss away all these little good deals, along with our grinding, along with these great plays being made, and the fan base. I kind of downplayed, don't worry about the fan base. So I said, we're nothing. No, we are something. We are investing time into this major league tournament. Okay, this is the real tournament. Please, if they're not going to – God, I wish there was another baseball league. If this is like if there's a script to Major League Baseball and Ozzie and Jose could invent another baseball league and bring one up where they don't play by this new lame script, of trying to socially engineer all the fan bases around the world just to make money and get everyone's minds into it, and then and then it's already planned out that the A's are going to choke, and then we'll move them to Vegas, or we got to play Major League, and then the owner gets the hold of the team in an inheritance, and they got to tank the team. Let's just play as bad as possible so we can get a new stadium. I mean, give me a break. You have players that are good. They're good. They're good, and they're getting sabotaged.
I hear you, Rob. I got to go. That's all over the. I don't even know where to go. But you know where I'm going to go? The biggest little city in the world. Dan in Reno, you're on the A's Clubhouse Show.
Yeah, I want to say one thing. What about the pitching coach? Nobody's mentioned our pitching coach. You know, what about him? We had a good ERA before all this happened. Where's the pitching coach telling Melvin who to pitch for that day?
Well, I'll tell you, we're very lucky to have Scott Emerson. Scott Emerson is one of the best pitching coaches in baseball. He's not throwing the ball. And
neither is Melvin. Neither is Melvin. The whole show, you guys been ragging on Melvin.
Dan, there's not – I can't even give you – I mean, other than Chafin, I can't give you good numbers on anybody.
Chafin has given up the long ball in the A's too.
I gave up 2 to the Giants, but that's it. Chafin has been pretty.
Yeah,
he's had a very good year.
Same thing. He did the same thing though. So there's not
one game. You're going to say Chafin's not good because of one game?
I didn't say that. Don't put words in my mouth.
I'm not trying to, but
there hasn't been one A's reliever that hasn't given up a home run in the late innings in the last 13 games, all the way down the list. Chafin, Bert Smith, Trevino, your great Petit, they all have given it up. So who would you go to? Maybe
I'd go
put
to
a starter in there.
I would go to Chafin.
But maybe put a starter. Maybe put a starter in there too.
Hey, what do you think Chafin's ERA is this year?
But he can't pitch every inning, can he?
He hasn't pitched in days. What do you think Chafin's ERA is?
Chafin's ERA is probably close to 1 or under 1.
Yeah, it's 1.73. He's had a pretty damn good year.
What I'm trying to say, though, is after Chafin, who do you put in? You going to put Buck in?
No. I've already established that. If you listen to the show, I've already established my opinion on A.J. Puck.
Yeah, mine too. But what about Bert Smith? You can't put him in. So then you got one reliever, which everybody keeps saying on the show, then who do you put in to save the game? You got nobody. Look, I'm being real. Be real. You got nobody that'll pitch.
What do you mean you're being real? We've already established that. You're like a day late. We've already established Bob Melvin doesn't have a lot of guys down there to go to. We've already established that.
You guys keep blaming the manager. How about blaming the owners for not getting any other pitching at the deadline? Why don't we start blaming the truth about this, that the A's are a low-income team that can't afford to go out and sign anybody to go get pitching, and they can't even build a stadium right now.
Well, thanks for the phone call. You're going down a road that we've been dealing with for years. It's just not worth my time. Sorry. But they did a lot at the deadline, actually. They acquired 4 really good players. And if you don't understand that and you just say, why don't you go get more bet? Like, did you not watch the trading deadline? Did you not see how hard it was to make moves? Did you not see how there were all these buyers out there? They got Starling Marte. They got Josh Harrison. They got Jan Gomes. And they got Andrew Chafin at the deadline. You don't think the A's were active at the deadline? They're one of the most active teams. Seriously. There was one closer, and the White Sox got the number 1 closer. Everybody was in on everybody. Ugh. We move on. Let's go to Eddie in Lodi. Go ahead, Eddie. You're on the A's Clubhouse Show.
Hey, Chris. Thanks for always keeping it real, man. Don't stop doing that. Appreciate it. That's what makes this show, a pleasure to listen to. You help us get through it, man.
Thank you.
Hey, you were talking about football earlier, man. I tell you what, this bullpen reminds me of the Raiders' defense on the field with a 2-point lead with 2 minutes to go. You just know what's going to happen. They're going to give it up. It's tough because I'm listening to the game. I'm listening to Korak, and I start perking up in the ninth. It's like, hey, maybe we got a little something. And then I start thinking in the back of my mind, who we putting in the bottom of the ninth if we actually do tie this game or take the lead, and just don't have the confidence isn't there, and it's tough. It's tough. Everybody's been, we're kind of spinning our wheels here. And what I will say, though, I was thinking about it, if yesterday, we're up 8-2, if that game goes the way it should have and we close it out nice and smooth, a loss, I hate losing, but maybe this loss is a little bit easier to swallow. You know what I mean? If you get it done yesterday if you take care of business the way you should have, maybe this one, the way I look at it is, hey, look at us still fighting. The guys are still out there cranking bombs in the ninth, trying to get it done. I just feel like the attitude might have been a little bit different today. Still taking a loss, still pissed off about the loss. But, hey, we got to split now. Let's go win the series tomorrow. And now we're sitting here staring a sweep in the face. And it's tough, man. It's tough.
Yeah, Eddie, you're actually dead on. Like, you think about you win on Friday, a game you should have won. You lose today, but it's not like you're losing to a bad team. You're losing to a team that's, arguably the best home run hitting team in baseball. But yet tomorrow you win, you take 2 out of 3 on the road in Toronto, north of the border. You're successful. So, yeah, if you got
I'm feeling good about 2 out of 3.
Yeah, no doubt. If I told everybody, hey, going into Toronto, you take 2 out of 3, everybody would have been, yeah, I'll take that. But now you're worried about getting swept.
Yep. It's tough. Thanks for taking my call, man. Keep
Thank
keeping
you,
it real,
Eddie.
Chris.
Take care.
All right.
Yeah, he's dead right. You should have won yesterday. And if you lose today, you're not going, well, they're not good. Of course they're good. They've got talent all over the field. The Blue Jays are going to be good for years to come. Kind of like how we experienced that last year with the White Sox in the playoff series, and now wow, these guys are going to be good. The Baby Jays are legit. They've got athletes. They've got talent all over the place. And that kid they got playing first base, I mean, seriously, if it wasn't for Shohei Ohtani, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is probably the front runner. Well, Salvador Perez. You throw Marcus Semien in there too, but, man, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is really, really good. I had the stat the other day. He's going to join, once he hits his 40th home run, he's at 39 now. He's going to join, A-Rod, Joe DiMaggio. I mean, it's a very impressive list of guys with 40 home runs in a single season by the age of 22. Think about how young he is. Yeah, so if you lose a game, there's no shame in losing to the Blue Jays. If you win on Friday, today's loss, you would have been, hey, tip the cap. These guys are good. See you tomorrow. Try and win 2 out of 3. Let's go to Mike in Fresno. Mike, you're on the A's Clubhouse Show.
Hey, Tony, thanks for taking my call again. Hey, I know everybody's bummed out, but, when I look back at the last couple of seasons where we were successful and made playoff runs, a lot of things had to go our way. And I don't think the expectations were all as high as they were this year. And I think that's why it's so disappointing that we're in the position we're in. The last couple of years, we had young guys. Olsen was young, still coming up and making his way. So was Chapman. We had a lot of guys, even in the bullpen, that kind of overperformed. Hendricks came in out of nowhere, really, set himself up for a great payday. This year, even at the trade deadline, as much as I love the guys we got, we were still underperforming in the bullpen, in our starting rotation. Like you said, guys aren't hitting. We didn't replace Semien with a shortstop who was going to come in and even give half the production he gave. And I think it's really hard because the expectations were higher this year. And even if we squeak into the playoffs this year, for some reason, it's going to be a one-and-done situation again or a short series because we're just not deep enough and guys just are not performing at the level. We didn't have a closer, and I know Trevino did really well for a streak, but how many of those games that he came in and saved were clean ninth innings? There weren't a lot of clean ninth innings by our bullpen coming in. And I think that's the hard part, the disappointment, because the expectation was higher than it has been in the last couple of years. And, we just didn't bring in the players to get us over the hump. A young Toronto team, like our young A's team, they went and got a Simeon. They went and got a Springer to help get them over the hump. We didn't get those guys and pay them maybe the little extra to get us over the hump. That's where my frustration is. And, again, the expectations were just higher, I think, and that's where a lot of the frustration and anger comes from. Thanks, Tony.
No problem. Yeah, I mean, do they have enough to get to the postseason? Well, we're going to find out. What is it now, 26 games left? I mean, the reality is you once you get in, it's a whole different deal. It's anybody's ball game. But you got to get in. The number is 833-625-2278. We'll continue with your phone calls next right here on the A's Clubhouse Show.
Jelly, cookies and milk, Oakland and Kaiser Permanente. If that last one caught you off guard, it shouldn't, because Kaiser Permanente has been helping keep Oakland healthy since our very beginning. And as the official healthcare partner of the Oakland A's, that won't be changing anytime soon. Whatever you may need, you can trust Kaiser Permanente to help keep you feeling your best. Kaiser Permanente. Thrive. Visit kp.org today.
Parents, do you want your child's shoes to fit perfectly? Then you need to get your kids Skechers Stretch Fit shoes, because Skechers Stretch Fit shoes are so comfortable and so stretchy, they easily slip on and fit almost like a sock. Your child is constantly moving and constantly growing, so they need a shoe that moves with them. And Skechers Stretch Fit's soft, stretchable material contours to their busy feet. It's a perfect fit. And not only do they fit like a dream, they perform like one too. Skechers Stretch Fit keeps your child's feet comfortable all day long. With Skechers' exclusive air-cooled memory foam and a breathable stretch fit knit, your child will be cool and comfy whether playing, studying, or just hanging out. Plus, you'll love just how durable they are. Stretch Fit is designed to take everything your child can throw at them, and if they get dirty, just pop them in the washing machine. It's that easy. Give your kids perfect comfort that adjusts to them with Skechers Stretch Fit shoes. Find them at a Skechers store near you, Skechers.com, or wherever kids' shoes are sold.
We're short of PCO today. Let's try to stay on schedule.
New customers have Emery's exterminator business buzzing. She needs new specialists to tackle a swarm of appointments.
Norwegian tree mouse. That's a first.
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. With Indeed Instant Match, we immediately show you quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed meet your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Whatever California families get into, they trust Honda Pilot to get after it. With all-wheel drive, tons of cargo space, room for 8, and gas mileage so incredible, you can go from the Sierras to the surf on a single tank. And right now, get a family-friendly deal and get after it in a rugged Honda Pilot, CR-V, or HR-V. Visit your NorCal Honda dealer or NorCalHondaDealers.com. Honda is family. Ask anyone who owns a Honda.
Tired of searching for sports updates in different places? The Xfinity Sports Zone gives you the ultimate sports hub experience, where you can find games, news, and highlights all in one place right on your TV. Follow the teams you love across your favorite sports. You can even use the voice remote to access stats and scores. With the Xfinity Sports Zone, everybody wins. Now that's simple, easy, awesome. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store for details. Restrictions apply. Requires Xfinity TV service with X1.
If you're looking for a new mattress, Nest Bedding has you covered. Sleep on the same mattress Hall of Famer Ricky Henderson sleeps on. Nest Bedding is a national brand with family-owned prices and service. You can shop at one of their Barrie locations, and all stores are sanitized and safe, or you can navigate their easy-to-use website, nestbedding.com. That's nestbedding.com. greenandgold.com. Green and Gold fans, use the coupon code Oakland and you'll get 10% off your entire order. Nest Bedding, love where you sleep.
This is Chris Townsend for the Chicken Pie Shop of Walnut Creek. Great news! Our indoor dining is back, along with our beautiful patio dining. Come taste our world-famous chicken pie that has been served in Southern California for 83 years. The Chicken Pie Shop of Walnut Creek has one of the most dynamic menus, plus a full bar. Pot pies, gourmet burgers, sandwiches, salads, flatbreads, and more. Don't forget, we still do takeout and delivery. For all the information, go to chickenpieshopwc.com. That's chickenpieshopwc.com.
The thing about the Home and Auto Bundle from Progressive is that by now you've heard a lot of ads about the Home and Auto Bundle from Progressive. We don't even need the words the Home and Auto Bundle anymore to tell you that you could save big with the ring-tailed lemur from Progressive, or that every hot peach cobbler comes with round-the-clock service and protection. And that's the thing about the goat with magic powers. You've heard a lot of ads about the sushi in Vancouver. See how much you could save with the Home and Auto with the Shaman in the Jungle from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Bundle discount not available in all states or situations.
You hear that? It's not just another sound effect. It's the sound of your life changing. Unfold your world with Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3 5G. A world where your phone is a tablet, and a tablet is pocket-sized. Where you get 2 screens in one, and you get more done. Where you can really have it all in the palm of your hand. A world where all eyes are on you, and you show everyone how to live this life. Get the new Galaxy Z Fold 3 5G at Samsung.com. 5G connection and availability may vary. Check with carrier.
This is A's Clubhouse.
Alrighty, the number is 833-625-2278. Oh, we head to Bitter Bill in Modesto. Good afternoon, Bitter.
Hey, Townsend, I just want you to know, I like my steaks porterhouse, 20 ounce, nice baked potato, a few beers. You'll be coming to the Modesto in about 3 weeks.
It's going to be the saddest day of my life.
It might be the saddest day, but it'll be the happiest day of my life. But listen, you know,
why do you like the A's losing so much? If you say you like the A's, why do you enjoy them losing?
I don't enjoy them losing. I just expect them to lose because of this ownership. And let's look at last year. We beat the White Sox, and we go in the Astros. We lose to them. And how did we improve? Oh, we let Simeon go. We let Hendricks go. And what did we get? Andrews. Ooh, big. How are you going to improve when you do this? This is a cheap owners. How are you going to improve when they keep on doing this year after year?
You know, I hear that all the time, and then I go, you do realize you're averaging under 10,000 a game, right? Attendance?
Yes.
Right. Like, you understand we're all, where we are attendance-wise every year. So you think about the money that comes in. They basically spend every dime they got.
Okay, 10,000 a game. You think if they
No, it's under 10,000 a game.
Okay,
under
9,000.
Yeah. Why do you think the Rays don't spend a ton of money? Because you know why? They're under 10,000 a game. Why do you think the Marlins don't spend a ton of money? Why? Because they're under 10,000 a game. You can go look at it and see the averages. It's like funny when people talk about payroll and then you want to go television ratings, you want to go radio ratings. What do you want to go? Because none are going to be in your favor.
Exactly. So when they get a new state,